Hi, folks. Welcome to Profiling Evil Reacts and another video in the ever-evolving Lori Daybell murder case. Now, Daybell, as you recall, is charged with murdering her children, Joshua J.J. Vallow and Tylee Ryan. There are other charges that she's facing, and I suspect we're going to see even more charges roll out of Chandler, Arizona, as the prosecutor there completes a review of Lori's now deceased husband number 4, Charles Vallow. Now, a few days ago, Daybell's defense attorney, Mark Means, petitioned the court with more requests as the state prepares to send this accused murderer to an Idaho mental health facility in hopes of restoring her competency to stand trial. Means made the petition because of his reported concern about Daybell's fragile mental state of incompetency as a direct result of the historical and systematic mental, emotional, and physical abuse she suffered, close quote. Well, court documents don't outline what actually concerns Means, but he did state that the defense is worried that the prosecutors may have spoken with the director of the mental health facility that's going to treat Lori. I would suspect so. Anyway, Means asked the court for all of the conversations about Daybell's treatment, transfer to the facility, and the other issues regarding her competency. He also requested the court to give him private and confidential access to his client while she's receiving treatment. I mean, really, does anybody else find this odd? Yeah, I keep thinking the defense successfully argued that Daybell was incompetent. Judge ruled on that. So why would they need confidential access? I mean, she's either competent to assist in her defense or she isn't. But one thing about it, we're sure seeing a lot more of Mark Means now that the state is paying for Daybell's bills. And on that subject, Means reminded the court that since she now is indigent, can't pay for her legal services, he needs to start receiving funds from the state to assist in her defense. With that, he asked for money to buy hard drives to cover the cost of transportation and other legal expenses. He said by allowing private access to Daybell, he believes he can reduce or get rid of future additional costs in that regard. Well, with this added access to Daybell's treatment, Means asked for the names and the credentials of everyone involved in her care, and he wants to know what the proposed treatment plan is, medication, any of the plans before they get administered to Daybell. Now, I'm not really bothered by the requests so much for the treatment records and other things. But again, I go back to this statement of what he calls, quote, fragile mental state of competency as a direct result of historical and systematic mental and emotional and physical abuse she suffered. Where does this stem from? As I reread it, I thought of Lori's now deceased sister, Stacy Cox Cope. Listen to this clip from Vinnie Politan and Court TV's National.
Lori, we're talking about Stacy Cox Cope. Who is she? When did she die?
She's number 5, and I can't believe I just opened the show with that. She's number 5. That is the gravestone of Stacy Lynn Cox Cope, Lori Daybell's older sister. A couple of decades ago, she died. That would be the second sibling now of Lori to die. Her brother Alex Cox also died and is being investigated. We don't know the circumstance behind the death of Stacy. We don't know how she died. We do know a couple of things, though. You're looking at the gravestone in better days. Today, that gravestone is covered in mud, filthy dirty. The vase that's placed beside it, empty. It's almost as though it's completely abandoned. No one has cared for it in quite some time.
Well, what we do know is we know how she died, and I believe Stacy's husband fought against her for the safety of his daughter, someone you all knew and came to know as Melanie Boudreau. He made a statement in court about her mother, who suffered both physically and apparently psychologically. Quoting from the document, she said, "Stacy has always admitted to me and others that her family was a psychological hornet's nest. She has admitted her father was diagnosed as schizophrenic. Well, I contemplated what was being said in this legal document, and I thought of an audio recording I heard where Lori Daybell spoke of having murderous thoughts against her third husband, Joe Ryan. Let's listen to those.
And got up in court and said all these horrible things about me and turned it around to where the judges believed him instead of me. And he was constantly trying to get custody of my 3-year-old daughter and just to rub it in my face. And I went through a lot of years of this kind of hard stuff. And I was going to murder him. I was going to kill him, like the scriptures say, like Nephi killed him, just to stop the pain and to stop him coming after me and to stop him coming after my children. And I just felt I couldn't take it anymore. And I would go through the scriptures and find all the things like, if he comes against you once, if he comes against you twice, if he comes against you 3 times, then you can kill him. It says it in the scriptures in the book of Mormon. I was like, there it is. There's my answer. I don't want to do anything that's wrong. I did not have a murderous heart. I just...
Well, there you go. She didn't have a murderous heart. You heard her say, I was going to murder him. I was going to kill him, like the scriptures say. Well, this raises some interesting questions about Lori Daybell's mental health. In fact, as we listen a little further, you're going to hear her declare that angels would come to her and spend time with her, teaching her, healing her, even doing a little bit of typing for her. Let's listen in again.
I have had lots of angelic ministry with people who wake me up 4 o'clock in the morning and tell me things to do. I no longer need to sleep very much because I'm woken up constantly by angels and giving me instructions on things that I can do to help further the Father's work. I hate computers. I'm just of the generation, I'm 45, I do not like computers. They're not my friend. I have teenagers and 20-year-olds and they do it. And I sat down one day and told the Lord, I'm going to do family history and I don't know how to do it. So I need angels to come and type in this stuff for me because I don't know how to do it and I don't like the computers. And I went up, I turned it on, I was super frustrated. I couldn't even log in. I was having all kinds of problems. I went upstairs to take a bath. I came back down. 9 names were in my inbox, ready to print, ready to take to the temple.
Well, you've heard me say this before, folks, and I guess instead of saying it, I'll ask this again. Is Lori Daybell mentally ill? You decide. Personally, I think there are a lot of criminals who have done some really crazy things. But here's the question that I have for all of you, and I'm going to be looking for your answers down below. While Lori Daybell may suffer from mental illness, did she know that murdering her 2 children, perhaps others, was against society standards? It's against the law. I mean, what behavioral and demonstrative things did she do that you think the state could use as evidence that she actually knew it was wrong, but she chose to kill those children anyway? Again, I'm going to look for your answers below, and thanks for listening. Would you please take a moment and hit the like and the subscribe button and ring that bell so that you receive notifications on other videos like this one. And we'll see you soon at the next crime scene.